Hello everybody, welcome back and welcome to Matt Ferret Studios, Boudica the Wolf in the house. We are going to go into a new game that I found on Steam called Lord Winklebottom Investigates. I found this on Steam. It looks super fucking cute. Actually, let me pull up Steam real quick. I was trying to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 earlier for gameplay, and I couldn't link to the servers. It kept doing weird shit to my computer. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. We're gonna go to a different game. So, Lord Winklebottom Investigates. Let's see. Where am I going? Start page. There we go. That's what I want. So, in 1920s, it's the 1920s, and the world's foremost detective is about to embark on his most challenging case yet. Thankfully, in this world that's not quite like our own, there's nobody better to crack the case than the great detective and gentleman giraffe, Lord Winklebottom. I fucking love him this already. Oh, it's got Johansson's girl with the pearl earring, but it's a goat instead. So here's just some of the pictures on Steam to check out. It's point and click. I don't know if this is controller based. Let me see. Okay, it says it has full controller support. It has a soundtrack you can get. That's really not a bad price. I actually picked it up on sale for like $10. So here it is on Steam. I'm excited. I'm actually excited to go into it. This is just absolutely fucking darling. Alright, let's go back to the game. Let's see how much controller support this actually is. A new game. See what this is about. This is absolute. Oh my god, look at the goat!
He's dead! The master's dead!
I didn't even look to see how many hours this game is, but you know what? That's okay.
Well then, Frumple, that was quite the case, wasn't it?
Oh, indeed so. Already made the evening edition, don't you know?
I already like
the boat ticket. We'll be quite the heroes, I think.
Hopefully they don't dwell too much on the part where one of the weasel gang cracked you over the head with a pool cue and nearly made off with all the gold, eh?
Huh, wretched blighter called me from behind. Just not cricket, is it?
Still, all worked out in the end, my friend, and just in time too, as you have this party with Admiral Gilfrey to attend.
Look, who is this chap anyway, Winklebottom?
Oh, Gilfrey's an old school friend of mine, top of his class, went on to become an admiral, then latterly undertook a number of privately funded expeditions to all four corners of the globe.
Bit of a swot then, eh? We had no time for his sort at my school.
Evidently so, my friend. Right, let's get this boat ticket and be on our way. Where is the ticket anyway, Frumple?
Oh, I slipped it into the newspaper for safekeeping.
Frumple. I love it. Alright, so I'm still on my controller using my left joystick. Okay. Admiral Aristotle Gilfrey sent a mysterious invitation that's on an isolated island. Okay. So I take it this is our notebook. What are you?
Any
Coffee?
ideas, old thing?
I put the tickets in the
okay.
newspaper for safekeeping.
Oh, I see. Okay. So that would be to get them to talk. Teacup.
One of Frumple's many teacups. A pot of tea. It's still brewing.
Ha 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 ha. So you could actually use this mouse if you wanted. I may switch.
A jug of milk, delivered fresh this morning, I believe.
Indeed, yes. Miss Daisy brought it over personally.
Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna switch to mouse. If this is all point and click, this will be much easier. There we go.
Winklebottom cracks the case. A touch sensational, but they appear to have got most of the salient facts correct.
Never mind all that. What do they say about me?
Ah, well, let me see. Yes, here it is. Lord Winklebottom was assisted, as ever, by his associate, Mr. Frumple.
Mister? Dash it all, I didn't spend 8 years in medical school to be called Mister. Bunch of bloody hacks.
Well, never mind that now, old boy. We have to get going if we're to catch this boat before nightfall.
No, I'm quite vexed now. I shan't leave until I've had a fresh cup of tea to calm me down. This one's practically tepid.
Oh, very well. I'll make you a fresh cup. The pot should be ready now. Ah, here's the ticket. I'll keep hold of this for now.
Oh, let's have a spot of tea. Do we have any scones with that? I love the British accents. I love it. Notebook. Check your notebook regularly for notes Lord Winklebottom has made about the characters you met. Do we that?
Ah, do you remember this case?
Hox and Fox gang, wasn't it? Made a mint selling forgeries of famous works of art until you stepped in.
That's right. Kept this one as a souvenir. It's a reproduction of the goat with a pearl earring.
Holy shit! I love it! Oh my god! This is hysterical. Alright. Window.
Ah, the streets of London. Fair to say we've seen this city at its best and its worst over the years, eh, Frumple?
Nanny used to tell me the streets of London were paved with gold. Daft old bird. It's just stone and dirt, same as everywhere else.
Ever the optimist, my friend. You know, we really must replace this waste paper bin. It's starting to look rather ragged.
Yes, and whose fault is that? Don't know why you keep buying these straw ones. You know you can't resist a nibble when you're peckish.
As I say, we should replace it. Yes, a nice new straw basket, I think.
Oh my god. Alright. I'm just investigating, guys.
Shame it's been on the short side, though.
And... okay, so...
Now to pour some out for the good doctor.
Inventory. Items you've picked up can be found in your inventory at the bottom of the screen. Click to drag items to combine to use them. Okay. Right click to examine an item. So, okay.
And in with the tea.
No cream for you, sir.
I'll take this. Good for the old bones, you know. One of Frumple's many teacups. I put the milk in the cup. Here you are then, a nice fresh cup of tea.
Ah, that's much better. I say, this tastes a bit off. Did you put the tea in first or something?
Ah, was that wrong?
Wrong? Wrong? What sort of animal do you think I am?
A most fine one, my friend. Come along, we need to be off. The ticket says we are to meet a Mr. Walters at the docks, and he'll sail us out to Gilfrey's Island.
Oh, very well. I suppose this will have to do. Tea first, I ask you.
Ah, just smell that salty sea air. Takes me back to my childhood holidays on the coast of
king's
Gilfrey.
snout.
Even then you could tell the old boy was destined for a life on the waves.
Don't much care for it myself. Went on a ghastly school trip to Blackpool as a lad. I tried to go for a donkey ride. Donkey was furious. He told me I was too heavy. Wretched fellow.
Well, never mind that now, old boy. We need to find the docks and this salty Walters chap who's going to take us over to Gilfrey's Island.
I think we just found him. Hence, if you're not sure what to do, you can always ask Dr. Frumple to help you out. See Dr. Frumple's cup of tea to get a hint. Oh, so he had Harry's with him. Oh, fucking yeah.
My steadfast companion and colleague, Dr. Reginald Frumple.
Alright, the king's snout.
The door to the pub is locked.
Okay.
Yes, and the fellow over there seems rather put out by it.
Oh, you're the landlord.
Let
Hurry.
me in, you bleeding crooked canine. Oh, hello, sir. Sorry, in a bit of a jam here.
Good day to you, sir.
Bleeding well isn't a good day. That reprobate Walters has locked me out of my own pub. I do
What?
apologise, sir. Shouldn't take it out on you like, but he's going to drink me out of business if I don't get back in there to stop him.
Indeed so, quite the predicament. So this is your establishment, I take it?
Indeed so, sir. Used to be my father's, but I took it over as the oldest of the litter. We do a good trade, serving the sailors and dock workers, even if we have to put up with less savoury characters from time to time.
I say, Winklebottom, I do hope he's not talking about the chap who's meant to sail us out to the island.
Can we help you get the door open? I'm rather afraid I have business with this Walters fella.
He's bleeding well gone and locked the door from the inside. And my spare key is in my bedroom on the top floor. How am I meant to get up there?
Sounds rather like your forte, what?
I do have a certain talent for retrieving things from high places, yes.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind, sir. It's the window on the right up there. Not the left one. That leads to the hallway and we had it sealed up, as it lets a proper terrible draught in right through the pub. We catch our death if you open that one.
Okay, so the right window, that would be... Ooh.
Lord Winklebottom committing common larceny?
Ow!
Most
Okay.
certainly not.
Alright, fine. Goody two-shoes. Alright. Got the keys. Reach that tongue, man!
Well, I can see them, but they're rather frustratingly out of reach.
Alright.
My steadfast companion and colleague, Dr. Reginald Frumple.
Let me in, you bleeding crooked...
Alright, so...
Well, goodbye then.
I say, don't you think we should help the fellow Winklebottom?
Well, yes, we should, if I can... figure...
One of the old English kings lost his head in the Great Frog War, if I remember my history.
Careless, if you ask me.
Alright.
Keep away from that window. Lets in a terrible draught, it does.
Okay. So... Oh, dang it, no.
These must be the keys that put out porcine fellow is after. Oh. Well, I can see them, but they're rather frustratingly out of reach.
So what do you propose we do about it?
Any ideas, old thing?
We should probably check around for this Walters fellow we got the tickets from.
Alright. Shall we go to the docks?
You know, Frumple, we might be able to make use of this saw.
Blimey, not the friendliest chap, is he?
You know, Frumple, we might be able to make use of this saw.
Blimey, not the friendliest chap, is he?
I say, old chap, a moment of your time. Greetings, my good man.
Good day to you. What can I do for you?
The fellow over there is proving a bit troublesome.
Oh, him? He's harmless, really. At least as long as you don't greatly value your eyeballs.
Delightful.
You'll not be getting anything out of him till he's got his morning drink inside of him. And I'm not talking about coffee, if you take my meaning.
I see. I have a ticket for conveyance of myself and my colleague here with a Mr. Walters. I wonder if you know the gentleman.
That layabout. Oh, I know him all right, but you'll not be going anywhere with him till he pays his docking fees. Nobody leaves this dock without my say-so. No docking fees, no permit to leave.
I say, Winklebottom, this Walters fellow sounds like a flaky sort of character, what?
Well, can we discuss this permit? How might we obtain a permit to allow us to leave the dock?
Well, you could get Walters to pay his docking fees, but that's not likely to happen. Tell you what, I'm a bit short-staffed today. So if you help me with repairing this ship, I'll give you a permit.
Manual labour? Don't much like the sound of that. I have a surgeon's hooves, don't you know?
Well, what can we do to help?
I can do the actual work, but I've run out of wood. I need some planks or something.
Very well, we shall obtain some wood for you.
Oh
Also,
my
this barrel of tar here
goodness.
is solidified. I don't need much, but I need a way to melt some of it.
Some way to melt the tar, I see.
Shouldn't be a problem for a genius like you, eh, what?
Okay.
Right then, Frumple, let's see what we can do about getting hold of this permit. Ah, perhaps this is the vessel Mr. Walters will be using to convey us to Guilford's Island.
Dash well hope not, what with that blasted great hole in the side of it.
Okay, so let's grab a saw.
You know, Frumple, we might be able to make use of this saw.
Blimey, not the friendliest chap, is he?
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what I want this for, but one thing I do.
Picking up litter, eh? Very public-spirited.
A number of wooden barrels. They all seem to be sealed up and in use.
Alright.
A number of wooden barrels. They all seem to be sealed up and in use. Any ideas, old thing?
We should probably check around for this Walters fellow we got the tickets from.
Well, that didn't work.
The door to the pub is locked.
Yes, and the fellow over there.
Okay. So let's go back to the docks. Let's talk to this dude.
Excuse me, sir, would you mind? I say, there's really no need for that.
Fearsome looking blighter, I'm giving well away.
A boat hook. This should come in handy. Oh. Well, I can see them, but they're rather frustratingly out of reach. These must be the keys that put out porcine fellow is after. Ah yes, this seems to be just the ticket. Perhaps I should keep this hook for collecting out-of-reach leaves.
Let me in, you bleeding crooked canine.
Well, goodbye then.
I say, don't you think we should help?
Alright, now I should be able to unlock the door.
The pub is locked.
Yes, and the fellow over there seems...
Oh, shit. Okay. Keys?
Right then, this should do the trick.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir. Right then, let's see what that bleeder has been up to in my pub.
Wouldn't fancy being in that fellow's shoes, eh?
You'll bleeding well pay for this, Walters. Look what you've done. This bleeding barrel is bleeding well empty now. Get out, you hear?
Keep your snout out me business. I be leaving in me own time. I won't be taking no orders from a landlubber like you.
I say, Frumple, this is the chap who's going to sail us to the island?
Fellow looks like he's barely able to stand, let alone sail a ship.
Good lord.
Hey, get your pilfering paws off those glasses. They be mine, you hear?
Alright, let's talk to him.
Aye, what is it?
Greetings, my good man.
Well, spit it out. What be you wanting, stranger?
You are Salty Walters, I take it?
That I am, and don't you be forgetting it neither.
Then you want to take us to the Isle of Barghest?
Nope, I be staying here with me drinks. I'll not be sailing today. Not for you nor anybody else.
I say, you rotter, we have tickets, you know. Paid for in advance.
Nar.
Now look here, you bounder. We have tickets and you will jolly well sail us out to that island. Dash it all.
I won't be sailing today. I drinks me beer to wash away the terrible taste of the salty sea water. I hates it, I does. I'll not be sailing again for a while now that I've got that accursed taste out of me system.
Ironic that a man named Salty should hate the taste of seawater so, isn't it, Frumple?
Dashed inconvenient if you ask me.
Dashed inconvenient.
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than a little worse for wear thanks to all that beer.
Hates the taste of salt. Yep.
Ah, what terrible siren song be that? Last orders are upon us already.
Oh, did that work?
Quick, you rapacious rapscallion. I've been
Oh.
eating more beer.
Do you mind, sir? I'm serving this fellow at the moment.
You're not supposed to be serving that fellow at the moment.
Ah, 'twas but a false alarm.
All right.
Get your bleeding hooves off. I mean, would you mind leaving that where it is, please, sir? I'll lose it.
A painting of a ship. It's perhaps not the most refined piece of artwork I've seen.
Probably for the best. I wouldn't hang anything valuable in this place, not with their clientele.
How can I help you, sir?
I say, old boy, would you mind awfully letting us have that jug of rum you have sitting on the bar over there?
Well, I suppose you did help me get back into my pub. Fine, you can have the bleeding thing. On the house, like.
I say, old chap, any chance of lighting the fire? There's a bit of a nip in the air after all.
No bleeding way. Cost me money, that does. And with that waste of space drinking me out of house and home, I need to save every last shilling. I'd have to get a lot colder before I start a fire.
I wonder what you can tell us about the sailor who's been slumped over that table over there.
The bane of my bleeding existence, that's what he is. He's cleared me out. Can you believe it? Drunk all me bleeding beer he has.
Very bothersome, I'm sure.
Very bothersome, I'm sure. All right,
Well,
so
thank you for your time.
Very good, sir.
all right, so I think we need to go back out and give. Do we give him the boat ticket?
Aye, what is it?
Okay, never mind.
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than a little worse for wear, thanks to all that beer.
All right, so let's go. Can we not go out of the pub? I suppose.
I have no idea what these are for, but they look terribly nautical. Any ideas, old thing?
Well, we probably need to get the things that puffin fellow was asking for.
Okay. There we go. Okay, now it's triggering. I was gonna say, what am I missing? Okay, so the docks. Didn't we get rum?
Excuse me, sir, would you mind? I say, there's really no need for that.
Fearsome looking blighter, I'm giving well away.
I'd really rather not.
Wait, didn't we get the rum?
We should take our reward with us.
Okay, that's why. For some reason I was thinking I was gonna drop it in my inventory automatically. Alright, docks. Alright, get the deadly
Here
do
you are,
his
then, sir, some
room.
alcohol. Perhaps this will quench your thirst.
I say, he nearly ripped your blasted hoof off.
Fucking lush.
Well, that seems to have calmed him down considerably. Though I can't help but feel we aren't really helping the poor wretch here.
Alright, so does this mean we could take the saw now?
Now this fellow has calmed down, I'm sure he won't object to us borrowing his saw.
Oh,
You
nope,
see?
he's...
Doesn't mind a bit.
So we need to saw some wood. I'm assuming we
I
could use
have
these barrels?
reservations about doing this.
Well, I'm sure you do. Alright.
No, I don't think this is right. A number of wooden barrels. They all seem to be sealed up and in use. Any ideas, old thing?
Well, we probably need to get the things that puffin fellow was asking for.
Well, which we did.
Any ideas, old thing?
Well, we probably need to get the things that puffin fellow was asking for.
So we have to find the wood. Where are we going for the wood? Take the barrel?
I say, barkeep, would you mind awfully if I took this empty barrel?
Okay.
You'd be doing me a favour. That beer-soaked bulldog has emptied it anyway.
Damned if I can figure out where you keep all this stuff, Winklebottom.
Magic pocket? Alright, out we go.
Here you are. A barrel. It's made of wood.
It's a good effort, but I can't very well plug this hole with a whacking great barrel now, can I? Maybe if you broke it up or something.
Okay.
Now, Frumple, you hold onto the barrel, and I'll attempt to chop it up.
Careful where you're waving that thing. No other doctor's around to patch me up if you slip, you know.
Will this do the job?
Ah, yes. This'll do nicely. I could use this wood for me repairs.
I say, old chap, a moment of your time. Well, can we discuss this permit? Well, what can we do to help?
I can do the actual work, but I've run out of wood. I need some planks or something.
Very well,
we did.
we shall obtain some wood for you.
Also, this barrel of tar here is solidified. I don't need much, but I need a way to melt some of it.
Some way to melt the tar, I see.
Shouldn't be
Okay.
a problem for a genius like you, eh, what?
Right then, Frumple, let's see what we can do about getting hold of this permit.
Okay, so do I need to...
This tar is hard as rock. We'll need to heat it up to get it.
Can't stand the filthy stuff. Looks like mud, but just you try wallowing in it. You need a chisel to get it off you.
This tar is hard as rock.
Can't stand the filthy stuff.
Okay. So... that should trigger us to be able to have a fire so we can melt the shit, or something. Go back to the
How
landlord.
can I help you, sir?
I say, old chap, any chance of lighting the fire? There's a bit of a nip in the air after all.
No bleeding way.
I wonder what you can tell us about the sailor who's been slumped over that table.
The bane of my bleed.
Very bothersome, I'm sure. Well, thank you for your time.
Very good, sir.
This fireplace is as cool as the atmosphere in here.
Wait a minute! Got it! Hold on. Boom.
Now, let's see if we can't get this window open.
There we go. It just dawned
No,
on
it's
me
no
what he
good.
said.
Stuck fast.
Give another go. Probably just been painted over.
Well, if you say so, just one more.
Oh, use your neck, dude.
Oh dear, well that didn't go entirely according to plan. How
There you
awfully
go.
embarrassing.
Still got the job done, what?
Alright, now we go back in.
I say, it is rather chilly in here, what?
Yeah, it's colder than Poseidon's drawers in here.
Oh, for goodness sake. I'll have to light the bleeding fire now.
A roaring hot fire.
Gives the place a rather cosy feel, eh, what?
How can I help you, sir?
Well, thank you for your time.
Very good, sir.
Alright, now we go back out to the docks. Because now that we have a fire going, we should be able... Wait a minute. Empty bottle. Hold on. I'm just curious. Can we?
I'm really not sure what the plan is here.
I don't know either. I'm just doing something.
No, I don't think this is right.
Alright, so we got that. Now we just have to figure out...
I don't know about you, Frumple, but I'm...
Chap must be completely half cut if he's drunk that lot.
Oi, what is it?
Now look here, you bounder. We have tickets and you will jolly well sail us out to that island. Dash it all.
I won't be sailing today.
Ironic that a man named...
Dashed inconvenient if you ask.
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than a little worse for wear thanks to all that beer.
So now we have to figure out...
Let's take this with us, just in case.
So we can't take it with us. What are we using the rope for? So let's figure out what in the hell am I doing here. Oh...
Arr! What terrible siren song be that? Last orders are upon us already.
Did that work?
Quick, you rapacious rapscallion. I've been eating more beer. Just 1 minute. Don't think you can pinch me point just because I be looking the other way. That be mine, you great thieving scallywag. Who's off it? Ah, 'twas but a false alarm.
Shifty looking sort, if you ask me.
What makes you say that? He seems like a perfectly fine gentleman to me.
Can't rightly say. Something about primates. It's the eyes, I think. Something in them is almost not animal.
No, sorry.
No, sorry.
No, I don't think this is right.
So how are we doing that? What the fuck am I missing here?
Ah, perhaps this is the vessel Mr. Walter.
Dashwell hope not.
No, you know. I absolutely do not know. Wait, there's a poke. Oh my gosh, am I okay, hold on. Holy fuck. Okay, I'm a dork. I'm like, I know there's something I'm missing in here, so let's grab the poker.
Since the landlord is looking the other way, perhaps I might borrow this for a moment. I'll be sure to return it, naturally.
Fella's probably used to things going walkabout in this place anyway.
Alright, so we have the poker.
Now to heat this poker up somewhat. Yes.
Okay, that's what oh my god.
Be careful with that thing, don't want to burn a hole in your
Oh,
britches.
yeah, so that's what I was missing, was the poker. Alright. Get this fucking show on the road. God damn. It's like I'm not a moron by any means, shape, or form. Alright.
Right then, Frumple, just watch this. Yes, the hot poker is melting through the tar like butter.
Oh, what a noxious niff. Let's get rid of this stuff quickly.
Alright, dude.
I say, old chap, a moment of your time. Well, can we discuss this permit? Right then, Frumple, let's see what we can do about this tar is hard as rock. We'll need to heat.
Can't stand the filthy stuff.
There
This
we
is just
go.
what I need. I could use this to waterproof the repair. Thank you for that, fellas. Now I can repair the hole in this boat.
That's fast.
First class job. Even if I do say so myself.
Well, nobody else is likely to.
Well, with that done, I'm finished for the day, so you're both free to go. Give this permit to Walters and let him know his debt is cleared. This time.
Alright, let's get this show on the road. Oh, you drunken dog.
Oi, what is it?
I say, old boy, we have a permit here. You're free to leave the docks whenever you wish.
Does that long neck of yours make you hard of hearing or something? I already said I'll not be leaving here while I still have me drinks.
I say, this is just too much. You, sir, are a cad, a bounder, a dashed rotter, hang it all.
Steady on there, old boy. I say, old boy, we have a permit here.
Does that long neck...
I say, this is just...
Steady on there. Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than a little worse for wear, thanks to all that beer.
That be mine, you great thieving scallywag! Who's off it?
Oh my lord, okay.
Any ideas, old thing?
Need to get that sailor fella to do his job. Have a word with him and see if there's anything we can use to get him out of the pub.
Oi, what is it?
Now look here, you bounder.
I won't be seen.
I run into a man named Salty.
Actually, be.
Well, goodbye then.
Fellow seems more than a little worse for...
Alright, so what are we missing here? The bell calls him up. I'm actually watching a video on YouTube trying to get an idea if they are figuring... They're having the same trouble as I am getting this... Alright, so we're back up here. Oh, wait a minute.
I've tied the ropes with the handle of this jug.
Okay.
I'm really not sure what the plan is here.
I don't know what the plan is here either.
I have reservations about doing this. Now I'll lower the jug down on this rope and... Yes! We now have a jug full to the brim with salty seawater.
Oh! Let me guess, you're gonna trick him. Okay. Maybe give this to him?
No. Sorry. I'm really not sure what the plan is here.
I don't know what the plan here is either.
I have reservations about doing this.
Thought maybe fill up his glasses? Oh, wait a minute. Now ring the bell. Get his attention. Ha! Okay, there we go. There we go.
Yar! What terrible swearing song be that?
Trick him.
Last orders are upon us already.
Oh. Okay, now I got it.
Rapscallion. I've been eating more beer.
Alright.
Quickly, while he's not looking, just pour this into his beer.
Yar! What
There we
be
go.
this foul flavour? Oh, me last beer is ruined, and that picaroon pig won't sell me no more.
Do I take it you might now be willing to carry out your job?
No reason not to now. Maybe the Admiral can see his way to providing me with a bit of the old grog. Go way back, him and me.
Shall we meet at the docks then?
Aye, I'd be waiting at me vessel. Make it quick, mind you.
Oh, freaking gladly we'll make it quick. I want to get on with
My
this.
word, there appears to be a storm coming in.
Jesus.
We must make haste and get out of the island before it hits.
Alright, go.
Even with that rather slapdash repair job.
We're going to be smashed to smithereens.
Alright. Are we
Wait,
going in
then this is
that?
your ship.
Aye, that it be. And what of it?
I
Oh
just
my
don't think it looks particularly seaworthy.
She's a
god.
fine vessel. Served me on many a long voyage, she has. Besides, I be the only sailor for hire in the dock right now, so you don't have a choice.
That's not terribly reassuring.
No, it's
Shall
not
we set
terribly
sail for the
reassuring.
island,
Aye, that we will. All me permits are in order, so all aboard for the Isle of Barghest.
And off we go. Well, that's not spooky or anything. Okay, so that was just the prologue. This is Act 1, okay. I wonder how many acts there are in here. Maybe 3? The old goat.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Made it at last. Madam, would you be so kind as to let your master know?
Oh, sir, it's terrible. A tragedy. The master, he's dead.
I say what?
It's true, sir. Oh, the poor master. I found him, sir, just floating there in his tube. Stiff as a board he was. Oh, it was horrible.
Gilfrey, dead? But this doesn't make any sense. He was in the prime of his life. The fellow was as strong as an ox.
Oh, very tiny ox anyway. Oh, I say, old chap, I am sorry.
We should take a look just to be certain. Madam, Dr. Frumple here will want to examine the poor fellow.
And if there's even a hint of foul play, you can be certain that Lord Winklebottom will get to the bottom of it.
Oh, my lord, thank God you're here. The master spoke of you often.
Tell me, who else is in the house?
Well, my lord, there's the staff. That's myself and Ambrose, the butler. The gong over there should summon him. Also Pumphrey, the gardener. That he's
Pumphrey.
been moping around outside of late. Miserable old sod he is. Oh, sorry, my lord.
Anybody else?
Oh, yes, my lord. There are a great many guests here today. The master had a big announcement to make, he said.
Right, Frumple, we should have a look at poor Gilfrey, then introduce ourselves to the other guests. Thank you, madam, you've been most helpful.
You're welcome,
Thank you,
my
madam. You've
lord.
been most helpful.
Have you any luggage with you? I can have Ambrose take it upstairs for you.
Alas, no, we lost most of our possessions on the journey over here. Our means of conveyance turned out to be a touch unstable.
It was all I could do to keep hold of me tea.
And he's still carrying his tea around. Right. Maid to Gilfrey. Barrel Clutterbuck. Alright.
It would be prudent to alert someone on the mainland to the death. Hello? Operator? Ah yes, hello. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to connect me to Scotland Yard. Inspector Culver's office, if you please. Yes, thank you.
Ah! Well,
What the devil? The lights have gone out.
there we go. They have indeed gone out.
What on earth was all that about?
I'm not sure. I say, the telephone line has gone dead. And look at this.
Crikey, that's a bit of a mess. What could have done this?
Well, one thing's for sure, we're not going to be able to contact the mainland until we can get this repaired. Perhaps we could discuss the other people who are here. What can you tell me about the guests here?
I don't know any of them well. It's the first time we've had guests since the mistress died. God rest her soul. You're the last to arrive, so you'll find them all around the house.
Who else is on the staff here?
Other than Ambrose, there's just Pumphrey, the gardener. Such a shame to see the house so low on staff. Oh, my lord, you should have seen the place when my mistress was still alive.
Used to be more of you, eh?
Oh, yes, sir. It's really just a skeleton staff now. The master was away so much on his travels. More so since the mistress passed away. He doesn't need a full staff these days, I'm afraid.
Thank you very much. Do you know why we've all been invited here?
Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. I don't. The master was being most mysterious about it. Something to do with his research, I'd fancy, but it's all beyond me.
Okay, well, let's go investigate.
That'll be all for now, madam.
Alright.
I say, Winklebottom, that fellow must have been going like a bomb when you ran into that wall, what?
With a pair of glasses on.
I think I've heard that one before, and it's not in very good taste.
I suppose when you think about it, it is quite an odd tradition. A little morbid, in fact. Look, the poor fellow even has some of his clothing still on him.
This chap is beyond even your skills, I fear. Let's leave him be.
Painting.
Another fine piece of artwork from Guildford.
Constance painting.
A painting of Guilfrey's only daughter, Constance.
Okay.
Ah, a portrait of the great fellow himself.
Distinguished looking chap, eh, Winklebottom?
It's weird.
This is a portrait of Guilfrey's late wife, Ethelberta. She died tragically young a few years ago.
How did she die, anyway?
It was a terrible incident involving an airship.
I say, crashed with her on board?
No, she flew too close to the propellers and, well, you can imagine the rest.
Oh, grisly way to go.
Another fine piece of artwork from Guilfrey's collection.
Okay.
A bust of the great composer, Beethoven.
Not just a great composer, but an excellent at tricks too, you know. I hear he was an expert at rolling over.
What is it? Primate
A bust of the
bust?
great Caesar. Guilfrey was most interested in ancient history.
Good grief, look at his eyes. They look even more soulless than the real thing.
What is it with you and primates, Frumple?
Alright, so we have doors, we have drawing room, servants' quarters, kitchen, dining room. Ooh, can I do the gong?
Oh, I say, a gong. Shall I gong it?
I'm not
Yes.
entirely convinced that gong is a verb, but very well if you...
Gong.
You don't actually need to say gong, you know?
Oh, well, I suppose, but where's the fun in that?
Strange, the maid said this would call the butler, but he's nowhere to be seen.
We can't go... Okay, right corridor, left corridor. So let's go start with the drawing room. Oh my! Look at that. Oh! Hello, Admiral. Okay, we need a key.
You know, Frumple, I'm not sure we have all the information we need to crack this puzzle.
Alright, so we need a key. That's...
Nothing to be done for the poor fellow until we can drain the water, I fear.
We shall have to get him out of there if I'm to do an autopsy. Can't very well determine the cause of death just by gawping him through the glass, you know.
Okay.
I say, look at this, old boy. It's Guilfrey and I during our school days. Ah, those were happy times.
Not for me, couldn't abide school. The other boys used to make fun of my name. Dumple, they'd call me. The rotters.
Alright.
One of those newfangled gramophone players. The music plays through this trumpet.
Modern technology is wonderful. Just look how tiny it is.
Yes, tiny. That's what we have.
A collection of gramophone records.
Oh look, they have Sounds of the Sea featuring Periwinkle, Flange and the Crustaceans. I love their music.
I think I'll stick to the classics.
Uh,
I say, Winklebottom, I wonder if these chaps know what happened to Gilfrey.
You could ask, but I doubt they'd hear, and I don't suppose they saw anything anyway. And if they did, they wouldn't say.
this game is charming. What's
Now, let us have a look in here.
Oh, just some papers. How boring.
Not inherently so, but in this case, yes. They don't seem to be of any great interest. Although it does seem odd that they're in such a mess. It's almost as if somebody had been rummaging through them in a hurry.
Best way, in my opinion, gets it out of the way. I much prefer reading things with nice pictures in them. Medical books have some excellent drawings.
One would hope that you at least glance at the words, mind you.
Can we look at the words?
Ah, this chap is Lord Malcolm Schmidt. I've met him in the house a number of times. A great speaker, although I'm not sure all of it makes a good deal of sense.
No.
Looks most distinguished.
Generally, yes, though not so much when food is around. He can get quite raucous at times.
Reverend Peabody.
Greetings, sir.
Ah, hello, my child. I am most pleased to make your acquaintance at this sad time.
Pleased to meet you. I am Lord Winklebottom III, and this is my colleague, Dr. Reginald Frumple.
Bless you, my children. I am Reverend Archibald Peabody.
Do you know any of the other guests?
I believe I may have seen Madame Lavinia at some interfaith conference or other, but not to speak to. Other than that, I'm afraid not.
Do you know why Gilfrey invited you here today?
Oh, I'm afraid I wouldn't know. I've not heard from him for a few years, until just recently when he wrote to me out of the blue. I know he had something to announce, but I'm afraid I don't know what.
It is most intriguing, to be sure.
Well, okay, that's that.
Your time, Reverend.
Oh, yes, quite so, my boy, quite so.
Quite so, my boy, quite so.
A relic of the Great Frog Wars. Gilfrey was most fond of ancient history.
I say, that axe he's carrying would do you a real mischief if you got on the wrong end of it.
No.
A sporting trophy won by Gilfrey. He was always such a strong, fit chap.
Won a few sporting trophies myself in my youth, you know. Came second in the all-boys egg and spoon race back at the old academy. They let me keep the spoon. Had to give back the anchor mind. Matron only laid it that morning.
No.
An award for Amphibian of the Year. A finer amphibian you could never hope to meet, eh?
So he's won awards. We have a kitty, Sir Winslet.
Greetings.
Ah, Winklebottom, isn't it? I've written reports about your exploits for my newspaper.
Oh really? And which of our adventures have you covered?
Sorry, old thing. Not sure I recognize you.
Ooh.
Dr. Frumple? You said you'd covered our cases.
Oh, that's right. You're the gentleman's gentleman, yes?
We're partners. Equal partners. Blasted hack.
All right, Frumple. Pleased to meet you, sir, but I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage.
Winslet's the name, old thing.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
I say, it's true what they say, then, about you preferring to walk on all fours. Bit old-fashioned these days, what?
I just happen to think it's rather more refined.
Plus he'd bash his bonds on the ceiling if he tried to walk in the modern style.
He would.
And how do you know Gilfrey? Do you know why you're invited here today?
In reverse order, not a blasted clue, and I'm engaged to his daughter Constance.
You're a journalist, you say. Could that be the reason you're here?
Might be, old boy. The old fellow wasn't entirely taken with me, truth be told. But if he wanted somebody to get the word out about something,
You didn't get along with Gilfrey, then?
Well, I mean, I've never actually met him, you understand. This is the first time Constance has brought me to the island. But I'm sure he wouldn't approve of me. Crikey, my own family don't. So why would somebody else's?
So you're engaged to young Constance over there?
Oh, Winklebottom, I'm a changed cat since meeting her. I was quite the party animal, but fair to say, she's tamed me.
You didn't get on with the Admiral, though.
It was nothing he said, you understand, but I don't think he approved. don't have a lot of luck with family. Even my own disinherited.
I say, that's rather harsh of them.
Too many parties, I suppose. And being a journalist is not exactly an appropriate job for somebody of my status, you know.
Most unfortunate.
I get to keep the title. I'm a baronet, don't you know?
Ooh.
But I'm afraid it's left me rather cash poor.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Alright, so she's in the orangery, so I guess we go in the orangery?
I have no idea what this app is. I'm certainly not going to touch it if I don't know it's safe. Maybe if we could find out more about it.
Nice flora and fauna. Fly
I once
trap!
knew a chap who was killed after getting trapped in one of those. Sir Bumbles the Second. Very nasty way to go.
Nah.
My word, this plant really does look frightfully tasty. Oh dear, how awfully embarrassing. I do hope that wasn't an important clue.
Well, you only ate a few leaves, so you should be fine. All of them.
I don't really want to lug around an entire hosepipe if I don't have a reason to. Let's take these with us.
Indeed, it would be sheer folly to leave them.
Oh my god! Okay, let's...
Sheer folly.
Oh
It is
god.
Yes, I understood. Actually, I believe they're secateurs.
I like him. Alright, let's talk to Constance. Greetings.
Greetings. You must be Miss Gilfrey. Our most sincere condolences on your sad loss.
If it isn't Lord Winklebottom. Father talked about you often, and you must be Mr. Frumple?
Doctor, actually. That is, I mean, sorry for your loss, miss.
First mother and now this. I think we must have done something unspeakable in a past life to suffer so much pain in this one. Don't you agree, Lord Winklebottom?
There has been some terrible tragedy here, I agree, but I fear there may be some more earthly causes for the most recent one, at least.
You think there's villainy at work here?
We don't know yet, however his death was quite a shock, as far as I know he was fit as a fiddle before he died. In any case, Dr. Frumple will be able to tell us more.
I think, if you don't mind, I'd just like to be left alone for a while.
Okay, so she wants to be
Goodbye
left
for now,
alone, no
Miss
problem.
Gilfrey.
Alright, so I think... Daughter of Aristotle. Alright, so... Oh,
A
hi
cactus covered in dozens of needles.
I'm keeping well away. Got a dreadful phobia of needles, don't you know?
Doesn't that rather interfere with your work as a doctor?
Not at all. I just close my eyes when I use them, that's all. It's very common fear, you know. Most of my patients scream when they see me with one.
Alright, I think that's all we can do in here. We've got shears. Let's go back to the drawing room. Alright, let's go out. Orangery. There we go, hallway. Alright, let's go check out. Let's go in order. Let's check out down here, servants' quarters. Check this out. See what we got.
Ugh, this bed is absolutely filthy. Frumple, what do you make of this?
Looks like some kind of slime or mucus. I'd say this bed is used by a mollusk of some sort.
Ugh.
Buggers.
This looks like a child's doll. It seems to be a cuddly axolotl.
Bit of an odd thing to keep around.
Alright. Hallway. Let's go. Kitchen. See what we got. What have we here?
There are some matches in this box. I'll take these, or rather this. There only seems to be one match left.
Alright, so we got matches. Okay. Probably are gonna need those.
Nothing of interest in here. Just some odds and ends, nothing useful. Just some crockery. Frumple, you're the food expert. Do you think we should take this with us?
As you wish, but don't expect me to know what to do with it. I'm rather more interested in the end results than the process, you know.
Alright.
A bowl of fruit. You know what they say, Frumple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Well, doesn't seem to have worked, does it?
Take
It's
the knife.
surprising how often a good sharp knife comes in handy during an investigation. Right then, let's turn this thing on. I say, Frumple, do you know how to work one of these things?
Not a clue.
At least we know we can make more tea if we need to.
Oh, that's a relief. I feel like I've been nursing this cup for hours now. So I'll make it next time and put the milk in first like you meant to.
Oh, goodness. Alright. I think that's everything here. Let's go the hallway. We'll check out the dining room, and then I'm gonna call this episode after that. Oh my god, who do you? Dame Celia.
Greetings, madam.
What's that, young man? Speak up!
I said greetings, madam.
No, it's no good. No diction. That's the problem with you young people. You need to learn to project, my boy.
We're not going to get very far here,
Oh
Winklebottom.
my
My
god.
diagnosis is the old bird is deaf as a post.
I'm so glad to have you here, Frumple. I've no idea how I would manage without your expert opinion on such matters.
Oh, thank you, old thing.
Thank you for your time, madam.
What's that? Move your head closer. I can't hear you all the way up there.
Ugh.
I say, Winklebottom, do you know who this is? It's Dame Celia Wellington Boot.
I'm sure I have no idea.
But she's famous. Dame Celia was a star of the stage. I had quite the crush on her as a young calf.
Oh. Is there anything in there we can take? Haberdashery
Dame Celia's
bag.
Haberdashery bag. Knitting, sewing, wool, threads and such like. I'm not going to open these, it'll let in a terrible draft. This tube is part of the network of pipes Gilfrey used to get around the house. Being amphibious, he preferred to stay in these as much as possible.
Ingenious system, mind you.
Interesting. Alright.
A roaring hot fire, very cosy. This painting is called Adventure Awaits, apparently.
Personally, I could do with a bit less adventure in my life.
Wait, what?
If I turn the hands, I can make the clock chime.
That.
I believe these are used to see into the future.
Oh,
Rather
she's
pity they
a-
can't see into the past, so we could
it's a
find
ball
out
reader.
what happened to Gilfrey. I say, Frumple, I can see a mist starting to form in this.
No, old boy, that's just your monocle steaming up because of the heat from the fire.
Oh, then we probably shan't get any answers this way.
Madame Lavigne.
Greetings.
You are Lord Winklebottom, are you not?
I say, that's amazing. Did you see all that in your crystal ball? Or a message from the spirits, perhaps?
No, I saw an article about you in the newspaper earlier today.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose that would also work.
Anyway, I am very pleased to meet you. I am Madame Lavinia, and I am a spirit medium.
Well, quite. What can you tell me about Gilfrey?
Oh, that poor soul. Such tragedy in this household. First my dear Ethelberta, and now Aristotle. Their daughter must be devastated.
Quite so, very sad business all round. Very sad.
What's your connection to Gilfrey?
I've known Ethelberta since she was a duckling. I've no idea why darling Aristotle invited me today, though. None at all.
What can you tell us about the lady sat over there?
Oh, I can't get a word out of her. The old bat needs some sort of hearing aid, if you ask me.
These modern hearing aids are a miracle of science. Some are barely larger than a briefcase, you know.
Thank you for your time. I suppose a tiny nibble wouldn't hurt.
Careful, old thing, you'll get your head stuck in that vase.
I say you're right. Yes, my head goes all the way in. I can eat the stalks too.
Oh my god.
There's nothing left to eat in this vase.
You're addicted, man.
Alright, so...
I believe these are used to see into the future. Rather a pity they can't see into the past.
No, old boy, that...
Oh, then we probably shan't.
Okay, I think that's all we can do for this room.
A roaring hot fire. Very cozy.
Alright, out we go. Okay, we've explored the downstairs, finally figured out what the fuck we were supposed to do on the docks. I'm going to stop it here, and then next episode we will go upstairs, and we will go investigate the corridors and see what mischief we can find. This game is actually really, really cute. So if you don't want to use a controller, it is full controller support. However, you can just use your mouse because it's all mouse. It's just click. That's all it is. And I actually find, I'm actually finding I have much more control with the mouse than I do with my controller. Come on.
I'd like to telephone the mainland to report the tragedy.
Problem at the exchange, perhaps.
Well, perhaps, but I think it's more likely to be the cut wire.
Oh, well, might be, I suppose. Perhaps.
Oh, we already got that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, he can't eat those, okay? I was gonna say, is he gonna eat more? And then, actually, we could probably go outside, too, once we're in the next episode. Go explore outside. So with that, please like, subscribe, feel free to share. For those who are new to the channel, welcome to our Mad Fair family. We're glad to have you. For those who are current subscribers, thank you for sticking with us. Again, as always, we got lots of new games coming out for the upcoming year, and we're planning far into advance for 2026, as usual. So, I will talk to you guys on the next episode of Lord Winklebottom Investigates. Bye for now.